Today we have a fragrance from the house of Chanel, and I believe this is the Chanel exclusive line known for their unisex fragrances, but they do have fragrances for men and women. And today we've got one for women. Strap up, ladies. We're going for a ride. All right, welcome to the Scent Bubble. I am your host for the late evening. From the house of Chanel, I have a decant of Gardenia. Not much to say about this fragrance, but maybe I can read a little bit of description for it. This is apparently a floral fragrance for women. It was launched in 2016, and I'm not going to read the notes to you because I don't want to ruin my initial impressions. So with that being said, ladies, let's dive into this fragrance. Hopefully, if you're a male, this might be a fragrance to consider for your lady or your girlfriend or your girl space friend. Wow, very photo real Gardenia. Absolutely. The floral note here is so real. I get the tiniest gust of air, white floral, sweet, green. It's a soft green though. It's natural. It's as if you're smelling the gardenias up close on a slightly rainy day. It doesn't have a cooling sensation, but it does have a decent amount of air under it. So we've got green, white floral, soft. I don't know if powdery is the word. It's dense and it has a natural floral sweetness to it. Pretty simple, very fresh. And for women who like softer florals but just want something a little bit more powerful, a lot of times with lighter florals, they struggle with projection and performance. So if you're a shyer person with fragrance, this might be a little bit dense for you, but I think it's just a safe notch up because the projection is ramped up to be a good performer, in my opinion. I think, ladies, you should easily get 6 hours out of this. But let's switch windows here and go to this breakdown. Up top, we have green leaves. Absolutely get that. The gardenia is the star note by about 80 to 90% in my opinion. And look at this. We've got fruity notes. Don't really know what that is technically. Coconut. I don't really get any distinct coconut, but it is a very fresh, top-heavy fragrance. Fruity notes, not so much for me, more just straight gardenia and vanilla. Maybe the fruity notes and the vanilla and the coconut are just being used to push and elevate the projection of that star note of gardenia. But I certainly get the white floral gardenia and green as at least 90% of this fragrance, and the other notes are supportive, but they're glued to it in such a way where I don't get any additional fruity components. I don't get a standout note of coconut, and I certainly don't get vanilla. Maybe the gardenia is heavy enough in projection to feel slightly outside of real and feel a little bit more lush, but it's such a real smelling fragrance that I don't think so at all. I just think it's a ramped up gardenia note that maintains its freshness, its potency, and its realness texturally. This is a very linear fragrance though, very 1D to me, maybe 2D at best, just because of the photo realism of it. And it's pretty simple, guys. I think if you like something, ladies, like YSL Libre, this is more natural and fresh than Libre. Libre kind of has some sweeter components to it and some complexity with the florals. This is more simple. This feels more like some type of organic oil-based fragrance or something where you're just getting really good raw materials here. So shout outs and kudos to Chanel for that. And it's a lovely, soft, but not weak floral fragrance for women. Guys, this would be an incredible buy for your lady if she doesn't like loud fragrances, but she wants something between a quiet and medium projector that's just good and dense and will stay on skin. She doesn't have to respray too much. It'll get you through a work shift. As a fragrance, I give it an 8. It's linear. It's not complex, but it's high quality. It's above average for that reason. I don't think it's insanely signature. It's not insanely complex to me, so for that reason, we knock it down a few notches, but it is a solid floral fragrance for soft spraying, kind of women who like their fragrances to feel very natural and not candied or overly sweet or anything like that. This is more of the heavenly, angelic type of DNA for a woman. You also have to like gardenia, so that's another thing to keep note of. Again, sillage is moderate. I would say maybe 3-4 feet. Projection is definitely solid, but not loud. And longevity, I imagine, has to be somewhere north of 6 hours on, probably 4 to 5 sprays. It's got a pretty decent rating for it. 4.2 out of 5 with 800 votes. So everybody and their mom isn't jumping on this fragrance, but it is a very easy to wear fragrance. And it looks like the longevity is somewhat weak. Maybe 4 to 6 might be a safer estimate of that. I think this could be any age of ladies, and it can be year-round seasonal fragrance. Occasions for this: casual errand running. It kind of has an upscale casualness to it. This doesn't seem like event specific or special occasion or anything like that. This is just a great, robust, everyday fragrance for women. And I would probably say you probably have to put this on about 6 to 8 sprays. If you spray more conservative than that, just don't expect more than maybe 3-4 hours of performance. I imagine as this floral fragrance aerates, it just starts to kind of break down. But because it's a Chanel exclusive fragrance, it's still going to have that quality. It's not going to break down in DNA. It's just going to get softer and softer and softer until it evaporates. I think we've covered everything for this fragrance. I don't want to overtalk this to death. I think it's a solid option, again, for ladies who don't like to be loud and sophisticated and all that. They just want something very classy, very kind of angelic and soft. And this, excuse me, this certainly does it for me in that regard. I give it a solid 8 out of 10. Ladies, have you put your nose to this? Guys, have you put your nose to this? I discovered this fragrance in Neiman Marcus, looking at the exclusive line of Chanel, and it just stood out to me. Though super simple, it's just a beautiful style fragrance for the ladies. Sound off in the comments and let me know what you think. Again, like, comment, and subscribe. But more importantly, when you do subscribe, turn on that notification bell. We get it popping over here every single day on everything from inspiration to designer and niche. This would be considered a niche fragrance, as I think the price point is quite up there, to be honest. I would say maybe in the $200-300 range from what I vaguely remember. But nonetheless, I don't think this is 100 ml bottle worthy. Definitely 30 or 50 ml. I think you can pull off a 50 ml if you do a little bit of digging. So with that being said, this is the Scent Bubble. Hope you guys have a blessed week. And until next time, peace.